Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And as you saw in yesterday's video, Norra Veigar or Norra Shadow Isles in general is all the rage these days. I feel like almost everybody is playing a different variation of Norra with Shadow Isles. I see Norra Veigar, I see Norra Elise, Norra Heimerdinger, I see Norra Kindred even, and then I even see some non-Shadow Isle versions like Norra Heimer Freljord. For good reason, right? Without Aatrox and without back alley bar decks running the meta, it allows Norra and this archetype to actually thrive because you end up being able to just not get run over by those decks or just getting comboed out later in the game. So now you have this archetype of Norra, especially with Shadow Owls, that is able to just play like a really slow, grindy game while also getting a bunch of like random blockers from portals so that you never feel like you're going to lose to like an open attack, and you can also put a lot of pressure into the opponent. This deck is fantastic. In my opinion, the best version of all the Norra decks is Norra Veigar, which is the one that I'm gonna showcase today. So if you're not familiar with this deck before, the idea is that you're combining this package of Darkness plus Norra to, again, you're playing like a very slow, grindy game. Honestly, this version is better than like your Senna Veigar Darkness because you're able to have a lot of blockers that come from all your portals, while also being able to stall out long enough for Veigar, Ixtali, or Des and Ada to just clear the opponent's board and finish the game. Additionally, you end up getting access to a lot of removal tools like Minimorph and Vengeance to be able to kill the opponent's key units. Have Portapalooza, which is the best card in this deck in my opinion. If you're mulliganing for anything in this game and with this deck and you see this in your hand, you want to keep Portapalooza. Trust me when I tell you that the games that you play Portapalooza early on, you have a better chance of winning than when you don't. But aside from that, yeah, Portapalooza for a lot of draw and also a lot of portals. We even get a really greedy here with one Ruination in case that we do need to like a get out of jail card and one box to be able to deal with the Jinx decks. So like this top end is what I guess you would kind of see in like a regular Darkness deck, except that now we don't have the weaknesses of Darkness. We can instead play Norra, which lets us get a lot of blockers and a lot of portals. So then we get to play Quietus to remove other opposing Norras or Veigars, or Seraphine, if anybody's still brave enough to play her. Conchologist and Young Construct, great 2-drops that allows us to get value one way or the other, whether it's a free card or a free portal in our deck. Pokestick for some additional draw, as well as Battle Feast. These two allow us to kind of prevent some of the aggression from opponents. Catalyze it to get our Darkness even stronger, because Darkness being even just at 3 makes such a big difference. So Catalyzer makes the cut there to make our Des and Ada even stronger. And then obviously Norra, that just pushes a lot of reduced damage and pushes a lot of value. This deck is pretty straightforward to play and I think very easy to pick up. It might be a little bit too expensive because we do have a lot of like new champions like Norra that are pretty expensive we put together, and then we have some cards like, actually I thought Ixtali was epic, but like Des and Ada is an epic card, so it might be a little bit expensive for new players to craft, but I still think it's very, very good. And if you're looking for a deck that will help you climb fast, I think this is one of those. But enough of me rambling. Hope you enjoyed the games coming up today, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some bowling tips. In this match, we're going against Ryze Master Yi. Do they? What expensive cards do they play? Try to remember. Trying to remember what expensive cards they play. The Vengeance is kind of risky because opponent easily has access to deny. I'd rather have access to Veigar or Minimorph. Catalyze is not bad either. The problem with Norra this early is that Norra can be easily removed by the Shard of Betrayal, right? I think I just forced him though to have it. Like I forced him to have to hit the Shard of Betrayal here for us to really be concerned about losing Norra. We can now also use Battle Feast in response to have something else that dies to it. So let's say that the opponent goes for the Shard of Betrayal here. Nope. Alright, we'll go Catalyze it. This Darkness going up to 3 is going to be a big deal as well. it will enable a lot of, like, for example, we can kill the Eye of the Dragon, we can kill the Master Yi. There's a lot of things that we can kill with 3 mana that we wouldn't have been able to otherwise. I'm willing to sacrifice. We did this in the wrong order, by the way. We lost on 1 point of damage for no reason, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna Portapalooza now, my friend. Every single time I'm gonna Portapalooza now. You could have the Shower of Betrayal here.
What right do I have?
And I'm gonna Quietus your Eye of the Dragon now. Darkness is already at 3. We can play aloof, I guess, but I'm giving him draw for no reason. But we get a lot of portals. Opponent should have been a 19. That was a slight misplay of the order on my part. I don't think it's gonna end up mattering too much. Opponent has 1 that they haven't played yet.
Look, a thing. Elf, it's not ours.
Ah, that's huge. And the opponent loses their Homecoming. That's huge. I might just straight up smack it this time. Opponent lost the Homecoming. They have the Shower of Violence, so all they're doing is drawing 1. I might just straight up play this, especially if we draw the last portal. Come on. Every time. We always get the last portal every time. Forcing to have denied. There we go. And it gives my Norra Spell Shield now. Forcing to have denied here.
Stand strong.
Yeah. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so... Wow. Honestly, does the order matter? Opponent wants to block this one with Ryze. I don't think the order matters, to be honest. Opponent's always trading here. We trade everywhere else. This Norra is pushing 4. If you block with the Ryze, you lose into a battle or a Poke Stick. You're literally just taking the full 50. I guess I should have put the Falling Rider last, because we know that the opponent wants to block the Falling Rider. Yeah, actually, another slight misplay where I didn't, I guess, trigger my order correctly. But all we have to wait now is for us to have enough mana for its Tally to be able to get us there.
One cut of
Good gamers. We're good gamers, guys.
You disrupt our peace.
Sure. We're great gamers. Now what? I'm gonna go after the G. I'm gonna go after the G right now. Then play the Death and the Ada. If we don't get a portal. Okay. I think I like the Death and the Ada. Well, okay, if we get the portal, maybe we just open. If it's not a portal, then it's Death and Ada. Could also just be its Tally. That gives me +8. No, it has to be the Death and the Ada. This does lose to a Nuppify though, right? I guess the Darkness will lose to Nuppify anyways. We could go Portapalooza. I don't think I can open. I don't think I can open. I think I have to actually play it out. I think I'm gonna go with Stally, because it allows me to play a second Stally next turn. The problem is that we're not really doing any damage to Ryze. I think I'm gonna go like this.
Stop.
Gonna go like this, because that way the opponent cannot actually play another blocker. Alright, so they have to have a way to deny this, right? Yeah, that's the Nuppify that we talked about. I still push damage with everything, I think. Opponent could get another blocker here. This is only... I guess opponent... Ooh, that's so bad for them, because now they're tapping out of the way to save Master Yi. Because opponent could technically save... Opponent could technically level up Master Yi here, right? So the opponent's looking to level up Master Yi right here. So opponent's looking to level up Master Yi right here. And I'm not gonna let them. They probably have access to a Wuju style, which lets them block and level up Master Yi. Sure. Now, healing 2 is a big deal, but you're still gonna have to have another deny I don't think you have enough to ever beat us with Ryze here. Because you haven't gotten the shard that gives you the mana. And now we know for a fact that you cannot beat the Ryze. That you cannot beat us here. Ah, they're giving the mini-morph to it, man. If they didn't give the mini-morph, we maybe were okay. Okay, now they have the Rune Prison too. Like, I'm pretty sure they have the Ruju Sky.
Rise. I am the Rune Mage.
They have to do something here.
Voodoo style.
If we let him level a Master Yi,
Let's go. Let's go.
you don't have that Death and the Adder, right?
Walking is strange.
I warned you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna force you to have it.
Well,
I'm gonna force you to have the way to start to save your Ryze. The more spells you're using now, the better for us. Okay? That's a meditate, right? I mean, yeah, you get to heal all the way back up. Now you need to have access to what? You need to have access to deny? Question is, do I mini-morph this Master Yi? It has to be its tally, I think. Yeah, I think I prefer the its tally. I prefer the its tally. I prefer the its tally because we're able to kill Master Yi and deal 5 to the Nexus, and that still levels up our Veigar. Opponent can only deny one or the other, cannot deny both. If they spend deny on this darkness, then we're in a good spot. Veigar levels up. We just need to be able to deal with this Ryze. The problem is that if the opponent has a second Ryze, I'm in trouble next turn. The Rune Prison gives them a block, lets them stop one of my attacks. So they need to deny this darkness so that the Veigar doesn't level up. We know you have the Wuju style, which you just used now. There you go. They denied the darkness, just like we expected, so now they need to have another deny for the Death and the Adder, right? So now they need to have another deny for the Death and the Adder.
This madness no longer.
impress me.
Absolutely, right? Because this still kills the Master Yi as well. I don't care how much you're doing. I guess the only downside here is that this does let them leave the Ryze alive, right? It would give them it would let them leave the Ryze alive. If they actually have a way to keep the Ryze alive through our attack, they actually win the game. Stops this. We pokey stick. We do this. If the opponent has a second Ryze, we're in trouble. If it's not a second Ryze, we're fine. A second Ryze is actually now beaten by the Event Horizon. They need to have another deny. So they play a deny, they play an amplify. They need to have the second deny here. And it's still find enough blockers for our attack, because we have 2 7 Sids. There's no way you haven't. I guess they could have enough health. But then, if they play enough cards... Oh, that doesn't work. Because you still have to block everything now. Not only that, but you don't have spell shield anymore. So like you're still dying because you need to block. Yeah, we still have a big enough board. You need to block, and you need to spend an action to play the first shard. And the moment that you play that first shard, we can just mini-morph your Ryze away. You can block, you can stun one of these, and that's it. I don't want to give him the Veigar. I don't want to give him the Veigar. I guess I should. I should attack with everything, because if the opponent blocks with if the opponent blocks the Veigar here, we still have the Stally. So you stun. We still have the Stally. You still go down to enough so that you can die to the Stally. You have to play the shard first. You have to so the opponent needs to have two things. The opponent first needs to have access to second Ryze. Needs to also have access to the second shard. And they need to play the second shard before they play the second Ryze. But they need two actions for anything. And the two actions means that the Stally will be able to come in and allow me to kind of stabilize. So they get the delve into the pass. Actually. Shoot. Has to be Veigar. We need to have access to the stun plus Battle Feast combo. Because the Stally is not doing enough. He's only doing 6, and the opponent heal back up to 7. Yeah. So now we need to be able to play second Veigar with Battle Feast. I hope that the opponent doesn't have access to a deny or a nullify. And there we go. Alright. Close. But no matter what, the opponent needed two actions, right? If they didn't play the shard first, we could Battle Feast and then Minimorph. If they play the shard first like they did, we could play the second Veigar, knowing that we have the third one in our hand, and kind of go from there. This doesn't do anything for you because you don't get the Dragon Link. So you don't get the Dragon Link. We're gonna just go face first. We're gonna go face first and force you to do something else. So this is gonna force the opponent to have another deny. So many shards. Honestly, it was a lot closer than I expected. I won't deny. Yeah, that's it. If the opponent had gotten a second deny at any point when we did some of those key moves, they actually would have gotten there. They can't even complain about just getting triple Veigar, because they also had triple Master Yi, because they did the Wuyu style, and they also had double Ryze. So both of us got really lucky on the number of champions that we ended up getting. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against the mirrors. So Norra Veigar versus Norra Veigar. Quietus is going to be premium in this matchup. Aloof Travelers might also be good enough. I'm going to keep the Aloof Travelers. Obviously, we want to keep our champions, so though we get punished by the opponent having their own Quietus, right? I'm going to pretend that their Quietus doesn't exist. It also means that if they play Quietus here, they're not playing Quietus on Veigar. Okay. I don't think playing Quietus on Norra is actually correct. I think I'm just gonna attack and choose to pokey stick that. I think the Quietus is more important on Veigar than it is on Norra. Okay, that's a little bit more annoying though. Let's go Bio. Let's go Bio piece here. And I'm gonna just pokey stick the Catalyzer once the opponent attacks the Bio. I guess we don't need to do it now. We can just save this pokey stick for later, because I might want to actually go for Veigar plus Quietus, right? Problem is that they have... Yeah, they're gonna have... Their darkness is gonna be a 3. I guess mine is also gonna be a 3 now. I don't know. I don't think they have Quietus. I don't think they have Quietus. I feel like if they actually had Quietus, they got that from Conchologist. Yeah, they got that from Conchologist. Wow. I feel like if they had Quietus, they would have just used it. Obviously, then getting it from Conchologist is a different story. But I feel like they would have used it on the Norra. So that's one Quietus gone. We have to Pokestick this Catalyzer. We can't let the opponent get another hit like that. So we'll go like this. Oh, that's kind of cool. It shows us that we would have like lost a card. Want to play around Vengeance? So I do think it was good to play around Vengeance. Maybe now we can just go Norra instead. Because the thing about playing Veigar here, I'm gonna play Veigar again, is that we don't get another generated darkness, right? Which I think actually would have been important for us to have. But I think just having darkness go up to 3 is good enough on its own, because it's gonna make the Decenata even better. I'm gonna just pass. Yeah, because the opponent is forced to do something like this. If they don't use it right now, I think I'm chilling. We can go Loot Travelers. No, let's go Conchologist. Let's go Conchologist and then have Norra. Passage on Urn is kind of funny against their deck. I just don't know if I really care for it. Gohar is interesting, but it kind of messes up with my deck, alright? I feel like I want to draw and not have a lot of cards. So I think it's Group Shot. I think opponent is incentivized to do this darkness here, which then allows my Norra to come through and push damage. Now this Sentinel is still a problem, obviously. And my darkness is already at 4, and that's really what we care about. What we care about darkness is just getting big enough, right? Because the bigger that the darkness gets, you know, the better our Decenata becomes. Opponent's gonna have a Power Piece or Pokestick here, so we lose Veigar again.
Persistence is key.
Let's go here first. That kind of sucks. We lose Veigar again, but we can just take this damage. Yeah, go ahead. You can go your Power Piece. That's cool. I'm gonna kill your Sentinel here, maybe. Is that correct? Yeah, we should, because that way we get another darkness from the Decenata that's gonna cost 0. Unfortunately, our portals are a little bit in an awkward situation right now. Probably should have played the Young Construct. If the opponent does nothing here, that's gonna be a lot of portals that come later.
Anything can be scattered to its elements, even us.
Sure, I'll take the attack now. I'll take it now. Because we can Group Shot this Sentinel. We have another Norra, so we're gonna have our third Norra in our hand. Opponent actually decided to go up against the Decenata. But we can still go for the Quietus on the Veigar. Our Veigar is leveled up if we draw the last one. We have Group Shot for the Sentinel. Now we can also just Pokestick instead. Unfortunately, that actually means that we are down to 6 HP now, right? We're actually down to 6 HP. So this is fine. I think this is fine. Let's go Aloof. Let's go Aloof. We get the last Veigar. Let's go Aloof. Discard their Decenata. Norra is not leveled up. Well, Norra is going to be leveled up after we play the Maidens. So that's fine. May we actually override this because I don't want to get hit by the Caustic cast. I think it's actually correct not to get hit by them. Do we let him have it? Sure, we can let him have it. I'm kind of scared that if I play Norra, I'm gonna be in trouble. If I play Veigar and the opponent plays like a Darkness, they're in trouble more than I am. I think I like the Norra.
I think I'm quite ready for a new adventure.
Even if they play like a Vengeance, I'm kind of fine with that. A Minimorph is also okay. It still gives us the mana to be able to Pokestick. Yeah, so that's the Minimorph. I still like the Pokestick here. And I actually want to draw so that I can replace this if I can. I don't get to replace it. I'll replace it next time. But the opponent is still losing to this big attack because the Minimorph does nothing. There it is. This is 20. Us getting rid of the Death and the Ada kind of completely changed the game. They get both blockers, huh? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. They got both blockers out of that.
It's too late for you.
Question is, do I play the bots now? I don't think so. I have the Veigar, so I can always percent lethal anytime that I want later. I think I can just play it chill. Opponent has a card in their hand. They just didn't want to tap out of being able to kill Veigar, right? So you see what they're doing? They're trying to tap out of not killing Veigar. Unfortunately, now we know that the opponent has Quartus, so Veigar's always gonna die anyways. Let's go Construct. If the opponent has like
You dropped something.
Okay, we lose the Minimorph. We lose the Minimorph. We can go out on a Loop Travelers here. We could have probably just played Veigar out, to be honest, though. But the opponent still has the Quartos, which is what makes that Veigar really awkward. Let's go here so that the opponent doesn't get the Ghastly Ban. We can play our Death and our Ada whenever we want. We'll have the bots to kill anything that the opponent summons. They can never tap out of this Quartos mana. I think that's so crazy that they did that. Because I can just play Veigar. I guess the opponent gets to kill the Veigar before we actually get the thing off, right? So it doesn't matter. It's still at 8 HP. We have bots, so we can just wait for the opponent to summon anything else. Like, I don't see how we lose this game. Right? Like, how do we lose this game? Magical Journey and Pokestick? Yes, please draw the portal. They don't draw the portal, unfortunately. We could just play Death and the Ada. Yeah, I think we just play Death, get rid of their board. Yeah, we just get rid of their board here and attack with everything one more time. Opponent only has one portal. I guess they could technically have access to that, but that loses to the Quartus, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that doesn't lose to the Quartus, because opponent actually ended up getting the perfect thing on it. They got the Shime on the Veigar. But we still have Vengeance anyway, so I don't think I'm concerned either.
Really?
We could also go for the Stali, but I don't think that makes sense. I think we just go like this. Opponent got Portopalooza. We gotta Vengeance that Veigar. We're gonna Vengeance that Veigar now so that we don't lose to the Darkness. I don't feel like taking that damage. Like, this is just a stall game at this point, because there's nothing that the opponent could do that could beat this hand. Like, the only thing that's saving them is that Quartus, stopping me from being able to actually kill. I guess opponent could have a Stali Sentinel, and that would be 5, and we will go down to 2. Okay. Yeah, I cannot play this Veigar as long as the opponent has Quartus. Second Vengeance lets me kill a second Veigar. They do have 8 Stali. Now, my Darkness is not that strong. Wow, they actually got the Stali. That's kind of crazy. Because the problem is that my Darkness... I guess we have the Pokestick, right? I did forget about Pokestick. So we do have lethal with Darkness and Pokestick. This prevents us... This makes it so that the opponent doesn't really get value out of this. This does keep them alive. So that's exactly why they did it that way. But if we go like this, and then we go bots, we're chilling. Because the bots is killing the Stally as well. I would like to heal up though. Like if the opponent gives me the chance, I'd rather heal up. No way that's correct, right? I think I just pass. I think I just pass because I don't need to do anything here. Ah, that draw is actually good for them. That draw is actually so good for them. But they ended up getting something that cannot block, so it's okay. Because they lost that 5 damage to my Nexus, so I think I'm always just passing there. They ended up getting an extra draw because our Investigator, but they ended up getting something that can block. So he ends up evening out anyways. We can always Pokestick the Sentinel to stop it from actually getting any damage, any heal through. And the opponent has to find a way to kill both these units. Like, the only thing that's saving them is keeping 3 mana for Quietus all the time against our Veigar. I can't believe they actually hit the Shaman on that one Veigar. Okay? You have to block this one then if you're gonna do that. Opponent also knows that we had to detain, right? So opponent also knows that we had to detain, so they can't do anything about it. GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Katarina Leona. So it's going to be an aggro deck, which is good for us because obviously we're kind of like a more controlled deck. Additionally, their deck struggles a lot. Desert Ada is tempting, but I think I need to have something cheaper. Their deck struggles to really push damage through once you like are able to build a board, because they don't have any like crazy keywords. Veigar plus Catalyzer is not a bad combo. I would love to play the Construct instead though. I think I cannot play the Catalyzer. I think it has to be the Construct and I start having the portals so that we start having blockers. That's a great draw. That's a great draw. Question is, do we actually block that? I don't think so, right? I think we let that 3 damage go. That's a great draw because it lets me kill the Crimson Curator. We're gonna actually go Norra this time and start working on the portals, because the more portals we have, the less likely the opponent is to actually have damage that they can push through. We can play Veigar after. I'm gonna play them both. If the opponent wants to block with the Shield Bearer, that's okay, because I'm always gonna be blocking it anyways. Unfortunately, I don't have access to Glimpse or anything like that, because we don't have, so the Katarina is actually not able to level up because we don't have Vengeance either or Minimorph. Yeah, unfortunately, we let the Katarina level up, which feels really bad.
My faith protects me.
That has to be greedy. That has to be so greedy, right? Like I mean, this Stally helps a lot. That's so greedy. We could have our win. We have like a million ways to be able to kill that Katarina. It feels so bad that we can't. It feels so bad that we can't. We can go Aloof Travelers instead of Catalyzer. Veigar feels like it's a bad choice here. Yeah, Veigar feels like it's a bad choice. Because we're not able to trade. This lets me actually kill the Curator at least. We'll just take the sits. We'll take the sits. We can't take 9 anymore. Okay, I was gonna say we can take the sits, but I don't think we can take the 9. I don't think we can take the 9, so Norra's gonna go bye-bye. 6 was okay, 9 is too much. Yeah, 6 is okay, 9 is too much. This Quietus has kind of not done what I hoped for. We do have 2 portals, so we should have plenty of blockers. I just wish that I would have done a little bit more. What we can do though is that we can play Veigar now, and opponent can never play Katarina again. So opponent cannot play Katarina because then we just kill her with the Veigar. I guess they could have a Pell Cascade, right? They could go Katarina into Pell Cascade. And that will punish us. We have one more portal, so we have a good chance of getting another blocker next turn. Because that will be my second draw after we put the portal. And we even have Portopalooza to add another draw to it. The problem is that if we block... Yeah, we're gonna quiet just this. We're gonna quiet just this, since we have the mana. Because the opponent could be playing the Reveler's Feast, right? So if opponent plays the Feast, that's gonna be a problem. We have to Portopalooza. Nope, opponent's just gonna stun and pull our Veigar. The problem with doing that is that it lets me play the Stally out. The problem with doing that for the opponent is that it lets me play the Stally out. But does that make sense? Or is it better to go aloof? I think it's better to go aloof. Oh wait, we don't even need to go aloof anymore. We got all the portals. I was gonna go aloof, but we ended up getting all the portals anyway, so... We can probably just go Concologist. We can just go Concologist here and be okay. Electro-Harpoon is not bad. We're gonna just set up for this Tessenada. It sucks that we're gonna lose Veigar to Leona. But the opponent has to be careful that they don't just lose that Leona like that. Like I said, they don't have any reach. They don't have any reach as long as we have units on the field. So I'm not too concerned about this. And if they don't kill Leona, then they're obviously just trolling. We even have a discard fodder for Electro-Harpoon. So they have a spell. They have a spell in their hand. Berber. Reveler's Feast. What else? Is there anything that they have that's like really a problem? I wonder if I ever go aloof to get rid of their Katarina.
That's not ours.
Yeah. So Katarina is the highest card in their hand. We always still have to keep the mana to beat a second Katarina, by the way. I think we always keep the mana to be able to beat a second Katarina. Opponent could stun, and that could be annoying.
Stand and fight.
They have Katarina. They have to have Katarina here. Otherwise, this makes no sense. You have to have a second Katarina. Otherwise, this makes no sense. I block everything because I play around the Reveler's Feast. Most of these decks are not running the 7-drop. That gives Overwhelm. So we just block, 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 and we're okay. We kill Leona with the Darkness. Opponent plays Katarina, we Minimorph her. Yeah, let's just kill Leona with this Darkness right now. Opponent plays Katarina, and even if they have the Katarina, it's not a big deal. If they have 2 more Katarinas, it's a problem. If they have 2 more Katarinas, it's a problem. Now we can just play Veigar. Now that the opponent decided not to play Katarina now, we can play Veigar. Because we can kill Katarina now with the Darkness. Decimate. Okay. So all these decimates, it tells me that it's time for its tally. So it's definitely time for its tally now. Opponent has a Fervor, I think. Opponent has a Fervor, I think. So that's my only concern with its tally. Opponent definitely has a Fervor. Oh, that also works. Yeah, this is... I could have played around it, by the way, by playing the Preparation. I could have played around by playing the preparation first. That would have buffed the Squeaker to 5. And he would have gotten stunned by the Soundhawk. So I completely forgot about that. Another Decimate and a Fervor is a problem. We can mini-morph that. This gets stunned again. We can go... We can go Quietus first. But then that could lose to a Pale. So let's go Conchologist first, actually. Tread the Needle. Tricksty Tentacle. The opponent has not enough cards in their hand that I think the Tentacle actually makes the most sense. We can Quietus this and still have blockers for everything. So this is gonna force, if the opponent has Fervor, this is gonna force it out of them right now. We know that the opponent has a spell in their hand. So we know that the opponent absolutely has a spell in their hand, and I want to force it out of them right here. Because if it's Fervor, I want to get it out right now, so that I can open attack with 8 Stally. Oh, it's Katarina. Yay! Let's go. So now you need to top deck a Fervor to stop our healing from going through. I think I always attack first. I think I want to get a little healthier. I want to get a little bit healthier. I don't want to lose to another Leona or another Soundhawk, right? So I want to open attack, get a little bit healthier. And I think we're always fine now. Because now we can just go like this. Veigar levels up. Veigar levels up. We play Stally, we win the game. Because if Stally gives me another one, and both of them are gonna go to the Nexus.
The elements bind the living and the dead.
And there we go. Yeah, both of them get to go to the Nexus because Veigar is leveled up, beating 14. I thought, for some reason, I thought they had the spell in their hand. I must have lost track of when they used that spell. But yeah, GG's. In this matchup, we went against Lulu Jinx. We have Battle Feast, we have a lot of blockers, we have Stally. Honestly, this hand looks very good to me. I like having the early blockers in the construct, because when they die, they get portals in the top of our deck, which is going to start working overtime for us. The Stally is obviously good at just healing up. Double Stally might be a little bit awkward, but it should be okay. Opponent should just open attack, right? Opponent should just open attack. I guess they're scared of a Battle Feast, maybe, making the open attack not great. Ooh, this is a great way to deal with Jinx. Please don't be Chumpers. Alright, cool. It wasn't Chumpers. So if you don't have Chumpers, then I get to block your Senate Urchin and you only push 3. I guess now you push 5. Cool. Yeah, I guess now you push 5. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but not impossible to deal with. We play another Construct. We play Aloof. Is it ever Catalyzer? I don't think so. At least not yet. At least not yet. I think Catalyzer is gonna be good in a future term, but not at this moment. I'm gonna keep my unit just so that I can choose where to block if I need to. Maybe it's actually Portapalooza here. Absolutely, 100% now. Since the opponent open attack is Portapalooza. Unfortunately, we end up missing on all the portals that we had in our deck. So we kind of get a little bit screwed over by that. So now we're going to be completely relying on the 8 Stally. We're going to be completely relying on the 8 Stally for us to actually be able to win this game. I need to draw with this Aloof. Yeah, I need to just draw with this Aloof for now. Because I need to start having all these portals come through. We don't hit the Jinx, but the mech is actually pretty good because that would have given them double. We are giving them too much value, right? The problem with Stally, I guess we can go Portapalooza to block an open attack. Yeah, because opponent's gonna go for the open attack. We have to hope that we hit at least one portal here. And potentially another one with the Portapalooza. Alright, or that. That works as well. We can go with Stally now. The problem is that we obviously lose some value from the Stally. We can just take one, and I think I'm fine with that. I don't think I actually play the Stally just yet. I think I go like this.
Go away.
I will reach the peak.
Just take the one. And then play the Stally next turn. Now, if the opponent has a self-pokey, they did just use a pokey and I get excited though. So we might be okay. I want to have access. The problem is that this Stally is only pushing 2. So I don't even know if this darkness is actually correct. I guess it has to be Stally. It has to be Stally. We just heal. We pull the Chompers away. But the opponent gets another Chompers anyways. And we just have to hope that... Oh, that's a great draw. Okay, well, yeah, that helps out. That helps out. We just have to hope that we get enough blockers, but that helps me out a lot. This also gives me enough mana for the bots, so that we can actually destroy the opponent's units that they summon here. This is so dicey because we don't have the battle fees. Portapalooza could get me another set. Really? They're digging for a self damage, right? So they're digging for a Mystic Shot or a Poke Stick that they can use on their own unit. That's why they went for the Rummage. So they could have a self Mystic or self Poke Stick here, or self Get Excited even. The problem with that self Get Excited is that you still have to summon out another unit here. Beautiful. Beautiful. We kill the Jinx now with the bots. We still have potentially one portal. Opponent, we need to top deck another Jinx to really get a scare. Pokestick saves me now. Yeah, Pokestick saves me. That's cute, but unfortunately, opponent... They even did it incorrectly. If they wanted to actually win, you pull the Chompers without buffing it, and you buff this one, but I guess it doesn't matter because we're always gonna be able to like just kill stuff. Yeah, but we're just chilling now. This is game already. There's absolutely nothing that the opponent has that scares me anymore. We can even play Norra here, which is gonna be leveled up. We have Battle Piece for the Daring Poros. We get a Stally that's gonna let us heal. If anything, I'm just gonna kill those Poros just to make sure that we're not dying to elusive. We get to heal to 14 and we find a way to stabilize. We keep the Minimorph for a potential Jinx and we should be fine. Next time we have 8 mana, so we can actually go all the way down to 2 here. We can actually play the Catalyzer too so that we have a Darkness. I'm gonna pass here now, because the opponent didn't play out the Poro, which means that I don't have to worry about an elusive blocker for Norra. So this lets me get a free portal here for no reason. As long as we keep mana for Minimorph for the Jinx, I think we're fine. Yeah, as long as we keep the mana for the Minimorph for the Jinx, we're fine, right? What am I missing? This still leaves me with 6 and adds 2 portals to my deck. I don't want to do this and then like help them draw the Jinx, right? We have 3 portals. There's a good chance we draw something here. There we go. We were so close. We went all the way down to 5. We literally went all the way down to 5, and now we're like back in a good spot. That feels nice. Yeah, we have so many options here. The moment that we top decked that one Pokestick, it helped a lot, right? Because we were able to... I mean, we still would have lived that one. Even without the Pokestick top deck, the opponent never had lethal because they ended up pulling correctly. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Norra Heimer. I've seen this deck kind of popping up every now and then. Instead of playing Shadow Isles, you play the tools from Freljord. Do I like it? I don't know. I don't think I do. I don't mind having the second Norra because I like having the Portapalooza. I don't think I like the Loop Travelers. The Quatos is obviously very good at dealing with their Heimer or other Norras, but the opponent also probably has Spirits Unleashed, right? Like, I think the reason why I don't like Freljord is because you lose access to stuff like Quatos and Vengeance, both of which are really good, for example, in the mirror, just like how we find ourselves in right now. So I have the advantage that I can kill the opponent's champions with Quatos because they both have less than 3 power, but they cannot kill mine because they don't have Quatos. We end up drawing Veigar too, so I think this game is going to be pretty crazy in our favor as of now. Even the Stally is pretty good as well. If the opponent has their own Norra here, we just Quatos. And now we get to push damage with our Norra. Now, there's a chance that we should have kept that for Heimer, to be honest. But I think I like putting the portals on the field and getting rid of the Norras now, because I'm gonna probably block their Norra anyways, sooner rather than later. Pokey stick? Let's pass. I might go Portapalooza now, but I think I just want to play Veigar, right? I think I just want to play Veigar. Opponent's gonna set up for a Spirits Unleash. Might be a mini-morph too. I think it's correct to play Veigar. I think I'm forcing to have it. Yeah, I think I'm forcing to have the mini-morph. It still gives me something that's dealing 2 to kill the opponent's Norra. We still get the portal out of this. Heimer also only has 4 HP, by the way. I want to play Portapalooza. I think Portapalooza is the play here. We don't need to worry about anything right now, and we have 2 more Portapaloozas in our hand. I think Portapalooza is absolutely the play. This now is going to level up very quickly. We have a good chance of hitting another portal here. Let's play our odds. There we go. We got 2 of them, actually. Let's play our odds. That's 16 damage. Norra's about to level up. Portapalooza is the best card in this deck, by the way. Nobody else can tell me differently. Portapalooza is literally the best card in this deck.
Eminently logical.
That's a little bit unfortunate.
Ready to do my part.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate.
You're under our protection.
Let's keep Norra alive. Force the opponent to spend another mini-morph here. Yeah, force the opponent to spend another mini-morph also means that we don't, obviously lose some value there. We can level up Norra here with the Avalanche Sentry.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
Sure.
They're out there.
I want to level up Norra. I think I want to level up Norra so that we can start getting some crazy portals. We have 1 more portal in our deck and we have double Portapalooza. So the opponent's going to be forced to find an answer for Norra. We can kill their bots because we have Darknesses and Pokesticks, etc. So I don't think I'm too concerned about it. The most annoying part right now is the fact that we have a full board. So the fact that we have a full board is really the only thing that's holding us back. Opponent decides not to do anything. Attack with everything. We can also we can also just Ruination anytime that we want. And we have enough board presence to refill our hand. We have double Norra in our hand. I don't see what the opponent could have that saves them here. And even if they block with Heimer, then they're losing. I guess we burn a card, but they still just lose because then the Heimer dies to the darkness. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's games. Pretty straightforward what this deck can do. And honestly, all the games that you saw on stream on the video today were the games that I actually did play. We ended up going 5-0 with this deck. It it feels very good. It feels very good, and you can kind of see how both champions, Veigar and Norra, can carry games, but you can also see how like the Stally and the Darkness package just completely puts you in a really good spot. We were even able to survive and kind of make it back from that really close Jinx deck because we were able to have it Stally stick on the field, and the one-off bots actually can be clutch at being able to kill that Jinx, which is another reason why I really like bots in this deck. So yeah, you know, it's pretty straightforward. You kind of get the idea. You set the portals early on, as many as you can. That way you're able to kind of swarm the board and just put a lot of pressure that way. A lot of decks cannot deal with you having so many blockers that you end up dropping for free, because you end up having those 3 blockers plus the units that you end up playing, which gives you a lot of room. The reason why this deck works so well is because you are able to drop Veigar on turn 4 and not be worried about losing to an opponent's open attack, because most likely than not, you're going to have 1 or 2 or even 3 portals in your deck by the time that you drop the Veigar, giving you all the blockers that you need to actually survive. In terms of mulligan, I'm always looking for Norra, Veigar, and Portapalooza. Those are the 3 cards that I'm looking for. Norra, Veigar, Portapalooza. They're so good, especially Portapalooza is super underrated. I don't like people that have cut Portapalooza from this deck or like gone to like 1 card. It makes the deck what it is. So I recommend Portapalooza, 1 Veigar, and maybe 1 Norra. Sometimes you see us even keep 2 Norras because Norra transform into Portapalooza. It's literally the best champion spell, one of the best champion spells in the game. However, if you are going against like an aggressive deck, like if you're going against Jinx, etc., then obviously you want to look for your Battle Feast, maybe even Quietus, so you can get rid of those Chompers, or some early blockers like the Young Construct, right? If you're going against aggro, then do that. Same thing if you're going against a Seraphine deck, you know, keeping Quietus might be okay, etc. You can kind of tailor your picks depending on the matchup, but in general, I'm looking for my champions and Portapalooza to get our game started. But anyways, enough about that. Hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Twitch.tv. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.